Well, we really love this movie. It's so much fun, and not only just fun for the kids, but fun for the adults too. And I know that's a huge part of the films that you guys have worked on before, because we've all sat through kids' films that are clearly just for kids. So how do you keep that balance, though?
What's fun is, there's a lot in it for kids, and there's a lot of physicality. But Alec is just so funny and so witty, and everything that comes out of his mouth is really fun. And
I think what's really interesting is that, when we started this movie with Alec, he had one child, and by the end, he had 3 more. So he had a lot of reference and experience to pull from.
Yeah, when he dives into a role, he really dives into it.
Yeah.
So.
But Tom and Alec in the booth they were so hilarious, and so it was magical watching them in the booth together.
So wait, back up a little bit. So he had 3 kids in the time of making this one?
Yeah.
I think you need to send this to him.
I know.
We need him more than we do on this set. Wow, that's method acting for you.
Yeah.
Well, the whole subject matter of family is universal, and I think, the fear of being replaced is very universal. And for a kid, a baby brother or sister could be a huge threat, or you may have a boss at work that's a huge threat to you. And so we're trying to touch all these chords that felt like that haven't been touched on in an animated film. And so we're trying to, really celebrate family and what it means to be a part of family. And we have a lot of fun doing it. And it's really a comedy, but our secret weapon is a little bit of heart that hopefully will sneak up on you.
Now I understand you were that baby brother, though.
I was. I tortured my brother, and we were 2 years apart, and that's how I connected to this movie. And I think we're all hardwired to be competitive. It's part of our DNA. And my brother and I went through, really good times, really tumultuous times, and at the end of the day, as we became adults, we're best friends. And I love him with all my heart, and we're never closer. So in a way, this is my apology letter to my brother after all these years.
Love, apology.
Yeah.
But do you still torture him? Do you call him in the Skipper voice and just give him a hard time?
Oh,
later
sure.
night?
Yeah, you always rib each other. It's part of being a family. So.
And 3+ years ago, when Tom sent me the script, I related to it as a mother, because my son was 7 when my second son arrived, just like Tim Templeton. And, I experienced sibling rivalry on a daily basis, and I'm watching my kids fall in love with each other sometimes. But, it's a, very relatable idea, and probably the single most important fear as a child, like this idea of being replaced when a brother or sister arrives.
Yeah, and everyone who worked on this film, even Alec, connected with it in some way. He grew up with, a household of brothers, and I think everyone could bring something, a story, and add it to the movie, because, the best comedy comes from the truth, and reality.